Brandon Marshall. He trying to bring I Am Athlete back with some bullshit. You see that video? The nigga was in church. The nigga was. hold on, man, hold on. I always say bullshit because the nigga was in church, but bruh, the video starts, bruh. This nigga, he's walking down the aisle of the like, would you call it the aisle at church, or would you call it like, say, he's walking down the aisle to, like, go to the front of the church, which I guess you would call that the pew.
The front of the church would be more so like the altar.
Okay, so he's going to the altar, right? But the camera is showing from the altar's viewpoint, right?
So it's catching him coming down,
walking down. Boom, this nigga walking down. He got his hoodie on. He got the hood on, bro. He drinking a bottle, like he's getting. He's drinking a bottle, bro. He's crying. Brandon really emotional. You know what I'm saying?
Is this video on YouTube?
Oh yeah, it's on YouTube. So it's the I Am Athlete, return. So the nigga, bro, is walking down the aisle, bro. He's really emotional. You feel me? You got the bottle, and he's crying and shit, bro. So then it cuts to this nigga he's on his knees in front of the altar, still showing from the altar's viewpoint. This nigga ain't got no hoodie on no more. He got no shirt on. He's just shirtless, crying. Right? Guess who comes and picks him up, bro? To remind him he's that nigga. Take a guess. Before you watch the video.
Chad Johnson.
No, before you.
I can't even find it.
Okay,
he must have deleted it.
Nah, it's just on I Am Athlete page. It should be like the first video, unless he did. He might have had a bad reception from it, because I seen it was on Instagram. I seen it the other day
on his shorts. It ain't an actual video.
But nah, yeah,
unless it says this is the revival.
Yes, that's the video.
It's a 4-minute video.
Yes, but just pause it. It's a ad. Or just turn the volume down for a second. So yeah, but I want you to guess who comes and picks him up. And no, it's not another athlete. You're not gonna get it right. I just want to hear your guesses.
TDJ.
No. That'd have been a good question. Okay, it's nobody church related, and it's not an athlete. So you can get off that. Take a guess.
Judge Mathis.
No. I'll give you 2 more guesses.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Jesus. No. They are a comedian. So
male or female?
Male. This era. I'll say this generation of internet comedians. Male.
Internet comedian?
Yeah, internet. Like what the era that we live in with the niggas that's,
West Coast, East Coast, or down south?
I will say not West Coast, not down south. I guess you would say, I say Midwest. Because it is Midwest.
Country Wayne.
I thought he was from Texas.
I think he's from Georgia, for real.
Okay, but no, not Country Wayne.
Midwest. Hold on, Midwest?
Yes. Midwest.
And he's an internet comedian?
Yes, sir.
Would I know him?
Honestly, yes. You know this nigga personally.
I know him personally?
You have been in the same room with this nigga.
Literally.
You have been in the same room with this nigga.
Haha, David.
Yes. Bro, I see this coming out of left field. I cut the video off. I ain't get past the first minute and a half. I said, I'm cool, bro. I said, B. Marsh.
At first, I was like, wait, I know him.
You have been in the same room. Yes, you've been close enough to. What's up, nigga? Yes,
I've actually sat on that nigga's couch.
Yeah, bro.
No cap.
Yeah, bro. So no, yeah, it was. I don't know what Brandon has in store for I Am Athlete.
Would you really consider Detroit the Midwest?
Yes, nigga. What the fuck? What would you consider it?
North.
No. Like, I mean, in a sense, I guess you would say it's the northern Middle West. Like, I don't like, but Detroit, bro, from Detroit, I say Detroit, but from Michigan.
When you said Midwest,
Ohio,
I'm thinking like St. Louis.
Yeah, but that's all Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana.
I guess, yeah.
We're considered the Midwest.
Yeah.
Depending on who you ask and what and
I mean,
and what's going on.
South,
Southeast. To some people, the South be like, y'all ain't the South.
I know.
So I mean, we kind of we like purgatory.
We also mid-east.
We just in a weird spot. Kentucky's in a weird.
So Davis
David came and picked that nigga up to
on
remind
January 31st,
to
2024.
you watching the video, see that
At
to
3 a.m.
to remind that nigga that he was that nigga. I got you, brother.
Brandon stumbles in the church. Oh, he's crying.
He's crying, he's bawling. I don't think that was fake.
Those chairs look really
real as hell.
How's walk is just so distinctive.
You can point that nigga out from a mile away.
Brandon's dreads are crazy.
He's fucked up, bro. B Marsh is fucked up, bro. Yeah, I don't know what he has in store for I Am Athlete, bro. Even with it being the revival and shit, bro. I you know what's crazy? I was thinking about doing a video on the downfall of I Am Athlete. Like, I was thinking about doing that, bro. Because you got to think,
and he got Kanye's choir. That's
but you got to think what I Am Athlete was at a certain point, and then look at what it became like now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that goes to show that, like, I think they was all looking at it as like, yeah, this is fun. This is fun.
Yeah.
We're quarantined. We have nothing else better to do. We're all retired. This is fun.
Yeah.
But then they looked at it as, wait a minute. We're getting a lot of traction.
A lot of traction.
Somebody's getting paid off of this.
A lot of traction.
Now you have, and because they all are professionals, they all have their own spokespersons and stuff, and half of them, well, if not all of them, are married.
Yeah.
Like, babe, you need to see, like, what's up with the money. Some, like, you on that show too.
Yeah.
You bringing in views too. So then a money thing becomes, and it's like, yeah, it kicked off with like Brandon front and everything, and was kind of just like, nah, it's my shit. I'll handle it, guys. And like, this is based on everybody's point of view and everybody's side of it. Now I know the pivot, like Channing Crowder, Fred Taylor, and them, they all
Ryan
came
Clark,
out was just
yeah.
like, well, in the beginning, like, yeah, it's kicked off with him, but then we started investing in it ourselves as well to like kick shit off and stuff. But like, we really wasn't seeing like no for real, like fair pay cut when it all came down to it. Because like when it first kicked off, they were like in a bar or like a diner or whatever.
It was like a restaurant. It was like a restaurant. Yeah, like a restaurant.
Yeah, like a restaurant atmosphere.
Yeah.
And to me, those was the most authentic. Like,
no, the earlier episode, the
earlier episodes
was
gold,
fire.
Bro.
Was fire. It
And
was
so
actually
when they
fire
moved to
up
the
until a
crib,
certain point.
Yeah, when they moved to the crib, that's when you could tell, like, okay, they serious about this shit.
Yeah.
Like, they locking in, like it's not just this random place. Like it feels homey, bro. Like, and maybe they meant to do it, or maybe they didn't realize they were doing it, but it almost like watching when they moved to the house was like they was in our crib. Because we locked in the house anyways. So you feel me? The fact, like, every Wednesday they uploading, bro, like clockwork.
Yep.
Like, bro, it was like they was chilling in the living room with us, or we was in the living room with them, so to speak. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then they moved to the couches and the chairs and everything, and then from there they start bringing on like just certain guests. It wasn't just them anymore. They bringing people on, and it really turned into like the it thing. And I think that's what really kicked off for me, at least. That's what really like did it as far as like podcasting. Because like you have people podcasting. I know people was podcasting way before they started doing it or whatever, but it was like the power of like what a podcast could do.
Yeah.
The notoriety you could get from podcasting, the like all of that for me really like kicked it off and everything. And I was just like, bro, like that shit's crazy. But then when it all went left, like, and I seen that shit going left too, bro. I was like, bro, this NASCAR shit is not it.
Yeah, that was, and I think that was
this. I said it, bro. I said, bro, he about to fuck this shit up, bro, doing this deal with NASCAR.
No, for sure, because we've
because that
we've
was
had this
the
conversation before.
yeah, that was the fun. That's what made it fun, bro. They wasn't just fucking with just like one particular sport. It was just like, bro, like we got basketball players, we got NFL players, we got hockey players, we got. They did the episode with Bubba Watson, and then next thing you know,
Yeah,
flew straight into NASCAR, and it was just like, bro, what we doing here?
so
And then they had rappers, they had singers, they had cooks, everything. Like Chef Nancy, bro. Like I love Chef Nancy to death, bro. Not only was she cute, she was fine, she was humble,
this
but
nigga
then she
here, this
also
nigga
had that
horny as
street
hell.
side. Maybe.
This nigga said, I'm trying to chef it up with Jeff Nancy, nigga.
I'm trying to whip, I'm trying to stir up.
She can show me stir fry anytime she want. But no. We like I said, when we did talk about it, it was kind of more in the earlier stages. I'll say mid stages of when everything was kind of like coming out and what was going on with the pivot and all this other shit, bro. But I think I Am Athlete, bro, is like the perfect example of I have an amazing idea. And the idea is so great. The idea is so fire, bro. And I can tell it's going places that I've never thought it was gonna go. I can feel it. I can smell it. But I want to be the boss so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna ask anybody how I should proceed.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon didn't really start asking anybody in the media and content space on how to handle his new found success until he started to lose grasp of it, right? And once he started to lose grasp of it, it was like, okay, well, what do I do? So maybe I go over here and let me go ask a Stephen A. Let me go ask a Joe Budden. And it's like, bro, you get to the point. It's almost like, bro, you asking the people how to stop a fire once the fire already started. You should already know how to put the fire out before the fire even happens, my nigga. Like, you should know how to work a fire extinguisher before you have to use the fire extinguisher.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't wait till the fire happens. You like, well, shit, how I use this thing?
Yeah.
I just throw it in the fire? Like, no, nigga, you got to pull the pin, all type of shit. Like, but you should, like, but people don't know that if they've never used it. And I think for him, it was like, he didn't know how to handle that, bro. And he didn't know how to hone in on having a good thing and keeping a good thing, bro. Like you said, the NASCAR shit was a bad move. The shit that he was doing as far as where he tried to get the soccer players that nobody gave a fuck about. They had the little cooking show. And I could tell that show wasn't going to last because
two ladies.
Yes, right. And I could tell the show wasn't going to last because number one, like they didn't have enough energy as far as like to make it pop. Like,
and then on top
like,
of that,
and don't get me wrong, some of the recipes were good. Some of the recipes were good and the food looked good.
Nobody's really like the vegan. You can't take the community and audience that you had and then create a vegan cooking show and expect us to tap in with it.
Exactly.
It's like, bro, we don't give a
But what he was trying to do
your audience ain't vegan, bro.
What he was trying to do, he was trying to expand on something that didn't need to be expanded on, bro.
Yeah, and he admitted he wanted that shit to become like its own TV network.
Yes.
So to speak. So that's why he did the cooking. That's why he had the different shit with different sports and stuff like that, and then also tried to do like the whole sports broadcasting thing too on the side. And then you got the gym, I Am Athlete.
Yep, you had the merch, and all that shit,
and things like that, and the merch and stuff. Which some of the merch did look fire, but to me it was like heavily overpriced. So I was kind of just like,
well, because I think so. Originally, I Am Athlete.
And when I say it looked fire, like there's nothing really special about a shirt that just like in bold print says I Am Athlete.
But see, this is the thing though. It was the I Am Athlete, the podcast. It wasn't supposed to be that at first. Like I Am Athlete, the Academy shit. That's what he was doing.
That was a gym.
That was a gym.
It was a training.
Yes, that was the original thing that he was doing, and the podcast shit kind of started, and it was like, damn, like I can use the podcast to push my gym and the merch, and then I can use this to push that, and he have a whole little ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
But I think what he was doing, bro, he bit off a little bit more than what he could chew, man, and it got to the point to where he was fucking up his own product, bro. Like the Bubba Watson shit was cool. The Jeff Earnhardt episode was cool. The Kyle Busch episode was cool. But once we got past that, I don't give a fuck about you interviewing the pit crew for NASCAR. I don't give a fuck about you having niggas try out shit with the fucking pit crew for NASCAR so they can see how hard it really is. Nobody cares about that. But what happened was, bro, that was during that time where NASCAR was trying to prove to the world that, oh, we're not a racist sport. And I'm not saying NASCAR is a racist sport, but NASCAR doesn't appeal to niggas. And yeah, you might have some niggas that might indulge in NASCAR, but it's just not appealing to the average black American community, and that's perfectly fine. But NASCAR was trying to come off as
we're talking we're talking black guys whose names are Kyle
type shit. Motherfuckers that go fishing, they go mudding.
I'm one of them.
No. What I'm saying, like, yeah, you might go fishing, but you don't go mudding. You don't go hunting for real. All right, man. You know what? I misspoke. All right, there's niggas like him that go fishing. They go. You stepping in shit, brother. that ain't mud, brother. That's different type of mud. That's doo doo. That's human fecal matter.
But no, I definitely go hunting, fishing, and
no, and there definitely are niggas like that. But I'm saying, like, but you don't sit around. But I'm saying, like, but you're not. You don't go dipping. You don't wear the fucking woodland camo shit every fucking day. You don't wear the Confederate flag shit. Like, you don't. Like, yeah, you might do some shit like that. That's just because where you from. But you're not hanging around with Jim Bob and Corbin. You did what I'm saying? Like, you still doing regular nigga shit. Like, you not, like, that's not, you don't have a pickup truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain shit that you don't do.
I am a hood country nigga.
You did what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But NASCAR was trying to prove a point to be like, hey, we're inclusive and we're inviting. And so Brandon kind of got on that wave. And I'm not saying it was a bad wave, but I seen it. He signed a deal with NASCAR. Mm-hmm. He was doing an I Am NASCAR. He signed a deal with them niggas. And I think that was the first mistake that he did, because that was really the first deal that I Am Athlete was getting from an outside source. Like, hey, we're going to sign a deal with you and you're going to give us 10 episodes of NASCAR shit. Cool. But the other cast, they was like, bro, like, this ain't what we got into it for. We got into it to talk about life and football with our guys. So now we're going to be obligated to do some NASCAR shit that we don't give a fuck about. And like they said, they was fucking with the first Bubba Watson interview. It was dope. They was fucking with the Kyle Busch. They was fucking with the Earnhardt. But then once it got past that, it's like, bruh, we talking and doing a bunch of shit that we don't really necessarily want to do. We don't want to be obligated to appeal to a certain demographic that, for better or worse, we don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with a deal we didn't agree to. You just did it. Mm-hmm. You just did it, and it was like, this is what we doing. It's like, hold on, bro. Like, we gotta say in this too. So that's where that's why when you started watching that shit and it got to that point, you seen Fred dip off for a little bit. You seen and then you seen Channing dip off for a little bit. And you seen guys like Ocho stop coming around. You seen Reggie Wayne left early. DJ Williams left early. Like, you seen the relationship that he had with these guys. It seemed like it was consistent. It was good. Started to deteriorate. But that was because
Reggie said he seen you early on. It was just
Reggie and Reggie was like, bro, I'm not about to put up with this shit, bro. Like, no disrespect to the guys, but I can see, like, the early signs of Brandon is he's like a control freak. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say he's power hungry, but he wants to, he wants to be the nigga to build something. And it's like, bro, like, you're trying to emulate something that you don't have no real stake in, bro. You really just getting started, bro. Like, you trying to build something and you ain't never built nothing like this before. You don't really know what it takes. You don't know you know what it looks like, but you don't know what it takes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I had this conversation with the homie the other day, and he was talking about, like, he was trying to do some shit for, like, his brand, and he was comparing his brand to other brands that are already where they're at. And I'm like, bruh, this is like me bringing over a pot of gumbo and you tasting the gumbo and you like, damn, I can taste the peppers, I can taste the onions, I can taste the sausages, I can taste the chicken, and I can taste the shrimp. So then you like, shit, I'll make my own gumbo. And you go and that's all you get. But then you get home and you like, damn, how the fuck you really put this shit together?
Yeah.
Like, it takes more than what you can see. It takes more than what you could just quote unquote taste. Like, it takes more than that, bro. Like, you don't know how long I cooked this. You don't know if I cooked this separate. You don't know what I put over here. You don't know what season I use. You don't know. You just know what you can see or you can smell. But it's so much deeper than that, bro. And so, like, I think with Brandon, He was just looking at it from a surface level, like, damn, I can have me a network. I can do something like what Joe Budden doing. Joe Budden doing, he got the podcast and got this, and that. I'm gonna try to do the same thing. Or we can be like the Breakfast Club, or we can be like this, or we can be like that. And it's like, bruh, you're new to this space, bro. Like, you got to take this shit one step at a time. Like, master the podcast shit. You kind of mastered the facility shit with the iron with the gym because you opened up another. You got 2 spots. You mastered that aspect of it. You got people coming and training. You got people sending their kids, they cousins, they nephews, they daughters, whatever, to your facilities to train with your coaches and shit. You're mastering that. Boom. Now master the podcast part. They didn't master the merch shit. The merch shit was fucked up. He tried to do the I Am Woman. It didn't work.
Nope.
It didn't work. You tried to do the cooking show.
IMLA,
But that was after niggas left. So that was after niggas left. He tried to break it down in the regions. He had the I Am Florida, he had the I Am Miami, the I Am LA, and he had the I Am Woman. It failed. He rebranded it and just brought back I Am Athlete with the Shady was there, and they had some good episodes. The Kyrie episode was dope. I forgot who else. Yeah, he brought back some niggas that came. Shit, the Stephen A. Smith episode was dope. Like they had some good episodes after the fact.
Crazy work.
They had that's what I'm saying. Crazy work. They had some good episodes after the fact, but you could tell that it was like, bruh, like nigga, you fucked up the assignment. And instead of you starting over, because you just trying to fix what you fucked up.
They were once guests.
Exactly.
So and now you take people that were guests and now you making them
host.
Yep. And it's just like,
and it was just different, bro. And it was like, and you could tell, and it was the same thing with fucking with Shady, and the same thing with like Pac-Man. Like you could tell that they was kind of like that they was both kind of like I'm not gonna say that they felt a type of way about Brandon, but you could tell that that even with Deshaun Jackson, you try to make Deshaun Jackson host. It was just, bro, it just got to the point to where it was like, bro, like this shit is not gonna work, and you could just look at the numbers on the YouTube, like, and their competition was the Pivot. So the Pivot, they haven't guessed like Shaq. They haven't guessed like The Rock. They haven't guessed like, I don't think they had a Rock yet, but they haven't guessed like Shaq. They haven't guessed like Kevin Hart. Like they have Floyd. Like they doing all this stuff. And it's like, bruh, they are knocking this shit out of the park. Like their episodes are doing 2, 3, 4, 500,000. Some of them doing 1 million within the first week. I Am Athlete was barely hitting 20,000.
I will say Ryan Clark definitely opened the door for that show.
But you know why he opened the door for the show?
Well,
because he understood that if I'm gonna do it, so this is what he did. He didn't think he was bigger than the product.
Yeah.
Nobody looks at the Pivot and thinks like that's Ryan Clark shit. They look at the Pivot as, nigga, that's the Pivot.
Well, I seen it. Ryan Clark opened the door for the simple fact that like Ryan Clark is more sellable. He's more marketable than.
He's a better host.
He's a better host. He's a better host, and he's more marketable than Brandon Marshall is, because you got to think Ryan Clark had already been doing this thing on ESPN, and then Ryan Clark now has opened doors for them that they probably had aspirations to do with Brandon Marshall and I Am Athlete, but probably would have never gotten to, because Brandon Marshall isn't on TV like Ryan Clark is. So Ryan Clark,
but he was. He kept fucking up.
I know he was.
He kept fucking up.
He was, but like you said, he kept messing up. And not only was he messing up, he was also just like being way too argumentative. And it's like when like how you get the viral moment where he's swearing up and down like, nah, the NBA is this. And like,
when his veins was popping out his head, he was going crazy. He was going crazy. But that was good. That was a good.
I'm saying that to say like that's why I think he didn't make it on TV, is because it's just like, Brandon, you're wrong.
Yes.
And not only are you wrong by like a whole, like, bro, we supposed to be in New York right now, my boy. You all the way in LA. You in Midwest, Detroit. That's where you at right now, brother. And you are so off right now, bro.
Yeah.
It don't even make any sense.
Yeah.
And like you so gun ho, and he be swearing like I did the research, I looked it up, but it's like Brandon, bro, you can't just Google, you can't just believe everything that you Google
Google
before,
and
bro.
shit. Yeah.
Like you tripping, bro. So like I think that kind of did it, and then you look at like Madden, Fred Taylor, Channing Crowder, Ryan Clark been on the last 3 Madden games.
What do you mean? Oh, you talking about the? Oh, yeah, the shit like that. Yeah.
They've been featured in the last 3 Madden,
Yeah.
bro.
And but you know what that is though too though. So
And it's like
Brandon,
they wouldn't have got that from I Am the Athlete if being there with Brandon Marshall.
well, I kind of know what happened with that. So Brandon, like I said, Brandon he did a lot of shit after the fact. So Brandon was like he wanted to be the athlete media version of Joe Budden, bro. And so what happened was he was looking for these deals and these situations where he wanted ownership. Madden's not going to give you no type of ownership. Ryan is smart enough to say, hey guys, this is an opportunity for us to be on a football game. This opportunity for us to be visible and shown on a football game.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Like, just like when I Am Athlete, when the Pivot, when they interviewed they did an episode with Terrence Crawford and they did an episode with Errol Spence. Their footage was shown on what's the shit that they do for the fight? The inside shit that they do, Showtime was doing for the fight that they were doing. Like the fight week with 24 hours or whatever the shit that they do for the boxing matches that they do.
Like the premiere box?
Like the inside shit.
Oh yeah.
Where they show the lead up to the fight. Their footage.
It's just Showtime boxing.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying, the shit that they do, because they do like
I know it's like
the weekend,
it's like the month leading up to the fight.
Exactly. Where they do that shit. And so their footage from the podcast episode
shows them in the gym, shows them working
out, chilling with their family. Their footage from the podcast episode was on. It was featured. Like not just shown, like it was featured. Like Showtime had their own cameras there as well. So the Pivot had their crew there recording. Mm-hmm. Showtime had their crew there recording. Mm-hmm. And then it was shown clips and like, so it's like with Brandon wouldn't have done that. Brandon wouldn't have necessarily done a deal with DraftKings to where they would have went to the shit and did a collab episode, the Pivot with all the smoke. Before the fact, Brandon's not doing that. After the fact, I could see him doing it because he's learning. Mm-hmm. But in the moment, it's like, I want ownership. Mm-hmm. You can't always get ownership. Like that ownership shit doesn't always work. Like it can work. It can work out to be detrimental to the situation, or it could be beneficial to the situation. In Brandon's situation, it was detrimental because you had people there. You had somebody who could fill in your spot and do it better than you. I don't think Channing and Fred could do the Pivot without Ryan. You dig what I'm saying? Like they need, it's like, it's the same.
That's my whole thing. That's why I'm saying, like, not only could they not have done the Pivot without Ryan, but they also wouldn't have the success that they had without Ryan.
Channing, like Fred is Fred. Freaky Fred is Freaky Fred. But, excuse me, Channing is still the star in a sense. Like Channing still has most of the viral moments. He still got all the viral moments, still does this thing like that, still does all the shit. Like he is still that guy for them. But you need somebody like a Ryan Clark who was able to, I can direct something and I can, whoever our guest is, I can be easy on my guest and I can ease them into a conversation to where we can have a real transparent conversation with Fred. Or I can be the bridge to ease the gap between these two different people where Channing and this person, they probably wouldn't click outside of this room, but I can be the person to make them in the same room click and it makes sense.
And he's cool with going off script. So like when they be having, or they'll have like you said, they serious moments, and then out of nowhere, Channing will be like, "Do you manscape?" Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you feel me, like hey, bro, he just knows how to read the room.
Yeah.
And Ryan Clark is amazing at reading the room, bro. And he's amazing at keeping that show clicking and
Mm,
going in all aspects. And I think that just goes to one, his personality and what type of guy he really is. And then two, just his experience from like being on TV and knowing how to just go with the flow and not every and knowing that like, bro, yeah, we have a set, we have a script, so to speak. Not saying that the shows are all scripted, but I think they all have like a production plan to
yeah,
like what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about this for 45 minutes, and then we're gonna hit on this, and we're gonna do that. And he has a knack for going in and out of the script. Like I said, he can just read the room very, very well.
yeah,
And he does a great job at doing that. And then not only can he do that, but he's done got these guys on ESPN, like, bro, like
yep.
they be on ESPN First Take or just ESPN regular lead.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, damn. And then, like you said, the Madden shit, this is their third season, their third time in a row where like they own Madden.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe the fourth time.
No, it
No, I
ain't
think
four.
it's
It
the
ain't four. It's
third
about third.
because
Yeah.
I Am Athlete was 2020, and then 2021 they broke off and did their own thing, doing the pivot or like late 2021
Yeah.
into 2022. So it's just like, bruh. So like this they second or third time being I think this is number three. Number three being on Madden because this is Madden 25.
Yeah.
So yeah, this their third time appearing on Madden, bro. Like that's major, bro, and not just major because oh it's Madden, but just for the simple fact that they accomplishing everything that they set out to do with Brandon.
Yep.
But Brandon got too full of himself and ahead of himself, and to me, very very greedy,
Yep.
and was looking at it like, bro, this my baby. This I started like, bro, went through his whole. You feel me, man? I started this barbecue business shit. Is this the motherfucking thing second? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? He went through his Uncle Elroy, bro.
Yeah.
And
No,
he
for
was just
sure.
tripping, bro, like you wilding, bro. Like, just relax.
Calm down, bro.
You gotta chill. You gotta relax, my boy.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, yeah, you started this, bro. But like some of your most viral moments outside of the argument with you and Chad Johnson or Ocho Cinco
Yep.
is Freaky Fred not knowing how to count.
55-50.
Freaky Fred not knowing how to count. Freaky Fred just being Freaky Fred.
Yeah.
Channing being Channing.
Yeah.
Then you
Ocho
got
versus
Chad,
science.
Ocho versus Science.
Yeah.
And then it's you, like you got your moments at the beginning where it's like, all right, bro, let's do a mental health like thing.
Your type shit. Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Where are,
And that was another aspect too that they
I
that they
love that.
kind
I
of
love that part of it
they
because
didn't have a problem with it, but they was also like, that's not the type of time that we're on. There was like, yes, Brandon is really, really big into mental health. We have no issue with that. We don't have no issue with the checking on your friends and all this shit. But they was like, he was trying to like market the mental health shit. And they was like, bro, that's not like we not saying we don't care, but respectfully, nigga, we don't care. Like it's like, bro, like
well,
we
yeah,
not here for that. And it's like, bro,
like
we thought it was some other shit. Like we don't have a problem with that, but we not trying to market and make money off of the mental health shit. Like that's not what we want our brand built on.
but like I said in the beginning, I was just like, bro, to me, Brandon started that like for him, this was group therapy.
Yeah, for sure.
And
You
it's
get
no
out the
secret.
house, hang with
It's
my
no
friends.
secret. He's always been on some
He's
like
fucked up.
Like, bro,
He's
like my
bipolar.
mental health is crazy. I'm bipolar.
Yeah.
And I hate to use the term crazy in the sense of
You can
like
say
that,
it. He's
but
fucked
like
up.
his mental health is wild. And I say crazy just as an expression, not as a mental state of mind. But like his mental health is wild and it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then also because of that, you gotta think somebody
Documented
who's like that and just open about that. And I didn't realize Brandon Marshall's life was like so
It's
foul.
fucked up. He's been through some shit.
Bro, he's been through so much.
Old girl
like,
stabbed him in the club. Like, yo, he's
like
been through some
getting
shit.
stabbed. His father was a kingpin. Like,
he's been through some shit, bro.
like, bro,
I
didn't know none of half of that stuff until like he opened up about that on the show. And I was just like, dang, bro, that's wild. That's wild, bro. Like, God, like you can't blame him for him being him. Like, I remember as a kid watching him play, bro. I used to be like, dude, this dude is psycho. Like
this nigga Looney Tunes.
Like this dude is psycho, brother. Like what's going on with this brother's headset?
Yeah.
Like he just ain't there mentally. Like that's crazy. But then you do the I Am Athlete and then he opens up about it and it's just like, oh damn. Okay, well maybe he's like that because of the way the way he grew up and the environment. Like I think even one time, and I mean, hopefully I'm not wrong on this, but like he was involved in like a bad car accident. He was hit by like somebody in his family, like hit him with a car or some shit
I think
like
it was
that.
just, I think it was right a bit.
Yeah,
I don't want to
I
say it
think
was
it
his
was his
wife.
pops.
I think it was his wife. She,
Somebody, I thought it
some
was
shit
his
happened.
pops, but somebody like ran him over with a car or something, bro. Like he talked about that shit, and I was just like, bro, what the hell? Or maybe it wasn't a car, but it was something crazy like that, bro. I just remember being involved with a car, and I
I
remember
know
being
during
like,
COVID,
damn.
I remember during COVID, they said,
It was like a bowling alley
I,
and a car, and he was hit and all this other stuff, and I was just like, bro, what?
I remember during COVID, I think he said he had a mental breakdown and he was running down the street naked or some shit, bro. Some like
I remember that too.
he's done been fucked up. He's done been through some shit. Like I don't want to diminish anything that
Yeah.
he's going through mentally or whatever. But I think that a lot of what he's been through in the past 3 years with I Am Athlete and the brand and relationships with his friends and coworkers and shit of that nature, a lot of it could have been avoided if he would have took a step back and realized like, bruh, like I can be great in this field. I don't have to fight to be great in this field. I just have to let it come and let it happen. It's like, bruh, like watching the difference, and I hate to compare it, but like watching the difference between how he handled being on TV and doing shit, and watching the difference between him and Ryan Clark is night and day. I watched Ryan Clark kind of let it get to the point to where people started saying, "Hey, bro, you really a monster. Like
Mm-hmm.
you really are great at this shit. Like I don't have to stand up and say I'm great, everybody. Like people said, nah, nigga, Ryan Clark, you great. Like you're really good at this." And
Mm-hmm.
that led to when it was time for Ryan Clark to go negotiate another deal with ESPN. ESPN realized like shit, we got to keep this nigga. We would hate to lose this nigga to Fox. We would hate to lose this nigga to CBS outright because he does do other shit. He does do the NFL shit on the CW. He does do shit with these other platforms and stuff. And he does do the pivot. But he's also a host on ESPN. When Greeny can't host Get Up, you know the first person they call is called Ryan Clark.
Mm-hmm.
If Stephen A and them niggas can't be there, first person they call them call Ryan Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know he can handle it. They know that he's gonna handle it not only as he should, but as a professional.
And he
And he's
like,
gonna take it serious. He understands
and
what
he
the
can
job
keep
is to do.
up in multiple sports. Like football is his baby,
For
but
sure.
he can keep up in a basketball conversation.
Mm-hmm.
He can keep up in a baseball conversation. He can keep up with whatever sport is happening at the moment.
Yep.
And that just goes to show his craft and his natural God given ability to just like lock in and know what he's talking about. He's just tapped in more than one field, and I think that's what really makes him a jack of all trades. And you feel me? Shout out to them, bro. Like I aspire for what we doing to be on the level of the pivot.
For sure.
I aspire that, bro. Like that's when I think of podcasting, I don't think about Joe Budden. I don't think about Mace and Cameron. I don't think about I Am Athlete. I think about I guess I could say I think about I Am Athlete in the early days when it was just like the brotherly camaraderie of the show,
Yeah, for
and
sure,
how
for
they
sure,
would
for
just
sure.
riff and just kick it, and they was just like doing them. I
Yeah,
think like I literally see our show as the pivot. I see our show as uh 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 what's Matt Barnes and them,
oh, all the smoke.
all the smoke. I see it as the pivot. I see it as all the smoke. I even like recently been kind of like tapped in even with Jason Kelsey and
New Heights.
New Heights, bro. Like New Heights, bro. I love New Heights, boy.
No, New Heights is dope.
Like I was put on New Heights by my ex. I remember I was like semi panic mode traveling down the road, bro, on family vacation. And I was just like, bro, like anxiety was just like all time high. And like music wasn't working for me. Rolling the windows down just wasn't it. Cause like who wants to listen to that? And then like she was just like, let's try a podcast. And I was just like, all right, I mean, at this point, whatever will keep me driving and will keep me from having to pull over and like take a 30
And
minute, 30
pull
minute
over and
nap.
throw up.
Yeah, yeah, that tight. So I was just like, bro, like whatever would do that. She turned on New Heights, bro. And it was funny because she was just like, I'm surprised you ain't never really heard of this. Like, I kind of like, I seen him on TikTok. I thought it was funny. And she had been sending me videos of him, but I never really tapped
Never really
in.
tapped in.
Bro, I
Yeah.
listened to New Heights for 12 hours.
Jesus Louises.
12 hours.
That's good though, bro. Like,
And then I ain't gonna say I listened to New Heights for 12 hours straight, but like it was New Heights.
12 hours
It
later.
was Kadeen and DeVal,
Mm-hmm.
their podcast. And then it was B Simone, and I can't remember the other lady who was on the show with B Simone, but it was B Simone and her homegirl. Basically, they don't.
Yeah. Yeah, they done.
They both
Yeah, they
they
broke
broke
up.
up
Yeah, they
or
broke up.
whatever.
Yeah.
But
First the fat boys break up.
yeah, it was basically those three, and then that's when I really like locked in with podcasts, not just watching them on YouTube, but like hitting them up on their
Like platform. Yeah,
platform,
this
on the podcast
podcast.
platform, bro. And then that opened it up, and then you get Club Shay Shay, and that like I look for our show to be like Club Shay Shay's, and so to speak too. So it's just like, bro, like I aspire for all that to be. I don't ever see us ever like me and you. I'll say like, yeah, we be having our differences at times, but we also it don't be differences to the point where it's like, bro, I don't want to do this no more. It's
For
more
sure.
so differences because we both have creative ideas and
Mm-hmm.
mindsets. So like I could be feeling something and you like, we'll see. Now you could be feeling something, be like, bro, you gotta trust me. You gotta trust me on this. But
I mean,
listen
I
to me.
just
And I just be,
you know what I mean?
and sometimes, bro,
You know what I mean?
I be, and I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I be giving you kickback on it because I just be trying to be petty, like, because like you do it so much to me when I got an idea, you be like, man, we'll see. I'll see what I can do with that. But then when you come to me, you just be like, bro, trust me on this. You gotta believe me. You gotta trust me. I'd be like, all right, bro, bet, bro, Jair Alexander is locking this man up.
Nah, he's turning up.
Sorry.
Top 3 corner in the league.
Yeah, we
Ville whore.
tight.
Right.
We have the Green Bay and Philadelphia game on. It's the fourth quarter, 4 minutes and 43 seconds, 29-31 Philadelphia. That doesn't really matter, but
They in
I
Brazil.
just said it. But saying all that to say, man, welcome back to another episode of the You Gotta Relax podcast. I know we probably like 30, 45 minutes in, but welcome back to another episode. If you made it this far, we appreciate you. We about to get into it. I know we've been going for about what, 2-3 weeks?
About 2. Yeah, about 2, 3. Yeah.
About 2-3 weeks. But I just want to say life be lifing.
Like a box of cereal.
Life be lifing. And it's not even so
Speaking
much.
of, I'll let you go ahead.
And it's not even so much like making excuses, but it's just like sometimes things happen that are out of anyone's control. So you gotta just roll with the punches, and it just kind of is what it is. I know I've had my fair share of stuff going on. Dre's had his first share. Even D Molly's had her stuff going on with her as well. So it's kind of just like, yeah. And I know me and Dre don't mind doing the show without D Molly, and D Molly has definitely given us the green light to, if she can't be here, like we said in the beginning, she would be in and out. Anyways, we love it when she's here with us and when she's on with us. We love that shit. But even if she can't be here, it is kind of like it's like a gray area. And that's probably why we talked about I Am Athlete and Brandon Marshall for 45 minutes to an hour, because she isn't here.
A little bit, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I mean? It was valid. It wasn't like it was just.
Yeah, it was very valid.
You know what I mean?
It was very valid. Like you know, I'll speak for myself. Like work got super crazy. It out of control. Dre had to go do stuff with the old heads. I know I just said
Old
I speak
heads.
for myself, but I did just throw him in there. And you feel me? D Molly's got her own stuff going on in her life as well. So it kind of just is what it is. But like I said, welcome back to another. So we missed y'all. We hope y'all missed us just as much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a friend. And we got a podcast called the You Gotta Relax Podcast. And we do this and try to upload every single week. But if we can't get to you every single week, we'll get to you in the other week. And if we don't hit you in that week, we'll get to you in the week after that. And if we don't get to you after that week, then it's just like, bro.
The moral of the story is, nigga, we around, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
High, low. If you look for us, you'll find us, man.
Yeah.
But no, what I was gonna say, bro, you was talking about the life is life, and bro, I don't want to stick with this too long, but where do you rank life cereal on your top cereals? Do you have it ranked? I fuck with life cereal. I just want to throw that out there. I know a lot of people don't.
Bruh, so first off, I just want to say I didn't know that you was literally meaning the cereal life.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like in life, what are your top cereals? That's what I thought you were saying until you said
where do you rank life
where do
cereal?
I rank life cereal? When you said where do you rank life cereal, I thought you were saying like what is your favorite cereal of all time, not the actual life. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you've had life cereal, you grew up on hard times.
What?
No cap.
I didn't.
No cap.
I did, and you know,
life cereal
is amazing.
Is a commodity.
From
you ain't never heard of commodities?
A broke nigga commodity?
Yeah.
No, it's not, bro.
Yes,
no,
like,
no,
life
it's
cereal
not.
is a broke commodity.
So you saying life kicks?
Cereal, yes.
What's the shit with my nigga with Diggums the frog, the Puffs?
Yes.
Come on, that's three of the best cereals.
Kellogg's. Exactly. Says that.
Well, you can't say that because Kellogg. I mean, it's only Kellogg's, bruh, General Mills.
Because think about it. You had Frosted Flakes, and then you had the other one that wasn't frosted. What was the other one that wasn't frosted?
Just cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
Fire. Throw a little sugar on there.
Yes, and that's what makes it a struggle. That's what.
No,
that's what,
Kix,
no. Life.
No.
And cornflakes.
And it just depends on which type of kicks you get. I mean, I like the regular kicks.
Bro, that's because you feel me. Like at least like my people's, and maybe they wasn't buying that type of cereal because I grew up with, it was 3 of us. So maybe they was looking at it like, fam, I already got one, i.e. me, that'll be off the walls if I was to buy Fruity Pebbles. And like we would get that type of cereal, but that's because like that was like my pop's cereal. My pops was a big cereal man growing up. I don't know what happened to him over time, but like growing up, I remember we had this orange bowl, and the bowl was like, you remember on ATL when bro was like one bowl, like put it on the table. My pops would eat a bowl that damn big
of cereal,
bro.
What kind of cereal?
He would have Cap'n Crunch.
He would mix it.
No.
Oh, okay.
I love mixing cereal.
Yeah, you get the right combination, boy. You
hey,
something
to
good.
Me, the best combination of cereals: Captain Crunch, Fruity Pebbles.
Which Captain Crunch?
Regular.
So just the
regular
the
Captain
brick,
Crunch.
The yellow bricks. Well, yellow,
yep.
the yellow
the
bricks.
yellow nugs, because they would go to Nuggets. That's why they were shaped like that. The yellow nuggets. And then you take the cereal. Now here's the question: Are you a cereal then milk, or are you a milk then cereal?
Ooh, now you getting into the science. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm a cereal then milk type nigga.
Okay.
Because you know you know why?
Why?
You get more bang for your buck.
You definitely do.
Because now I can really gauge like who. First off, you don't want to put too much milk in your bowl. It's number one. Okay. Number two.
Oh, you a dry cereal eater?
No. I said too much milk. Like I don't want to have. Oh, you don't. Why would you put if you put a full bowl or half a bowl of milk in your bowl and then you pour the cereal in there, you probably got more milk in that bitch than you do cereal. Versus if you put how much cereal you want. How much cereal do you want to eat? You want a full bowl of cereal? Put a full bowl in that bitch and put your milk in there. It's gonna do its thing. It's gonna fill up on its own. It's gonna fill up in the crevices on the cracks where it can.
You definitely right. You know
what I'm saying? So I think it's a little. To me, I just look at it. It's a little bit better. That's not a bad combination. but it's also kind of
So if you mix them,
it's pointless because you can get the Captain Crunch that tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
nah,
Yes, you
it's
can.
not the same.
Yes, you can.
It's not the same.
Yes, it can.
It's not the same.
What do you mean?
It's not the same.
It's the same.
If I wanted
The
Lucky
goal
Charms, I
of
would
the
eat Lucky
goal
Charms.
of no, the goal
That's
of
all those little. That's all the berries is Lucky Charms.
first off, Lucky Charms is trash, so it's not Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms
are terrible. Bottom 5
When
cereal.
I was a child,
Bottom 5.
Lucky Charms.
Now that's a commodity.
They struggle me.
You know what I mean? Because they try to gas y'all up with them weak ass marshmallows. It's the worst thing you ever do to
Lucky
yourself.
Charms. Not I know. I'm talking not Lucky Charms.
Fruit Loops.
What was the one that had the rabbit on the front of it?
Tricks.
Tricks.
Okay. Tricks.
Tricks is what I'm
Tricks. See, but Tricks ain't no different from the berry kicks.
Tricks is that's what I said. If you go,
it ain't no difference.
That's what I meant to say. If you gonna get, because you was just like, why don't you just eat the Captain Crunch that's got the berries in it? Well, that ain't nothing but the Tricks.
Or the berry kicks. But what I'm saying is, you say you mixing the regular Captain Crunch with Fruity Pebbles.
And I'll say this: Tricks were better when they were shaped like the
fruit, like the fruit.
When they turned them into
they fucked up the recipe.
When they turned them into the little balls, it killed everything.
Stepped on. Just like when they changed the recipe for the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I remember when General Mills came out with that shit.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is different.
Listen, General Mills. I remember like it was yesterday. I remember. It broke my heart. They said we changing the recipe. We coming out with whole. It was the cereal was whole grain. They made an announcement.
I love a good whole grain cereal.
Not for Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You right.
Now I've heard that they done flipped it back and went back to the OG recipe. But for a couple years, General Mills was on this whole grain shit and they fucked up the recipe. But the goal of mixing cereals is to get a combination that you can't get. So if I was to mix something, I wouldn't mix something that like I'm not gonna mix a regular Kix and a goddamn Tricks because it's like, what am I doing? I can just get the fruity Kicks. Like I have that. Or I could get the wild berry fucking the Captain Crunch.
They had the sugary. They had the healthy and the sugary.
So same thing. Now, the only time that I find it acceptable to do this, then this combination of if I got Captain Crunch, peanut butter, I'm trying to cut the roof of your mouth. But if I got the Captain Crunch,
you still gonna cut the roof of your mouth.
For sure. But if I got the peanut butter Captain Crunch and I got Cocoa Puffs, that is acceptable. Because the Reese's cereal is trash. It's trash.
Peanut butter chocolate flavor.
I've had this conversation before. The Reese's cereal is trash. I stand by the Reese's Puff cereal.
You right.
It's trash, bro. Cocoa Puffs.
Count Chocula.
Because that got the marshmallows. The Count Chocula and the fucking Blueberries and Lucky Charms can all go to hell. I'm talking about the Cocoa Puffs.
I remember I went to a friend's house, bro. He had cereal in the bag, and I was just like, damn, I thought
Malto meal.
I thought we was bad off.
Yeah. Like, hey, you know what's crazy, bro? I stayed in one of my homies' crib when I was a kid. He was white. And we was eating breakfast. We were both eating both cereals, eating Cocoa Puffs. And he ran upstairs to go do something. His older sister's in the kitchen with us. She was like, watch this. And this is when I realized, like, number one, I got to stop hanging out with white people as a child, number one. But number two, I realized don't leave your food unattended around people that you love or that you think love you. Dog, she put a scoop of dog food in his Cocoa Puffs, in his bowl. Because dog food look like Cocoa Puffs.
Well, and
she put that in his bowl of cereal, bro. He came downstairs and he started eating. And he was like, what? This tastes weird. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God.
You never told?
Well, eventually his sister, she started laughing and he knew what she did. But like, in the moment, I'm like, bro. Number one, I can't believe she did that. Number two, how the fuck you not notice? That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm like, I could tell the difference between kibbles and bits and Cocoa Puffs. I could tell the difference. Like, I hope you can. But yeah, at that moment, I said, I will never leave my food unattended around anybody, bro. I was like, and shame on his sister. She's a piece of shit. Piece of shit, if you ask me. But yeah, bro, the best cereal. But I think I would definitely put Life in my 5. Maybe not 5. I put Life in my 10. A Life cereal in my 10. If I go 5, no order. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I gotta go. I'm an old school nigga, bro. I fuck with Raisin Bran Crunch. Can't tell me it's not good. Can't tell me it's not good. It's amazing. It's delicious. I fuck with honeycombs. Don't argue.
Killer.
Apple Jacks. Fire.
That racist ass.
Fire. The Jamaican. The Jamaican cinnamon stick. Apple Jacks. And then, bro, if I had to go with a 5th, bro, you can't go wrong with Frosted Flakes, bro.
Beef fumble?
Like, you can't go wrong with Frosted Flakes, bro. Like, you can't. Like Frosted Flakes is like the cereal version of Coca-Cola. It's the Coca-Cola of cereal. You know what I mean? Like, how many people you know that don't like Coca-Cola?
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck don't like Frosted Flakes? And honestly, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'll take out honeycombs and switch it with Honey Nut Cheerios.
That's what I say.
I'll take out honeycomb for Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios.
Captain Crunch. Honey Nut
Which guy? No, you can't just say Captain Crunch. You got to pick which one.
Just a regular. The one with the golden nut.
It's filthy. But continue.
Says the man eating Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran Crunch. 2 different things.
Anyways.
2 different things. But
Captain Crunch. The original box.
Okay.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay. Respectable.
Frosted Flakes.
Also respectable.
Fruity Pebbles.
Understandable.
And number 5. You're going to be mad at me.
I'm already mad because I know you're not about to say what you're supposed to say, but continue.
Fruit Loops.
Jesus Christ. Why do you got Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles? Why do you have Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles? Why do you have Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles, bro? What is wrong? Why do you have Fruit Loops?
The same reason why you can have $5 in ones and a $5 bill. It's just convenient.
Fuck no. You Fruit Loops. If how do you
Dre, leave my 5 alone, bro. I didn't question yours, dude.
How you ain't got Cinnamon Toast Crunch on there, bro? How you don't have Cinnamon Toast Crunch, bro?
I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I like cinnamon. The only time I like cinnamon is cinnamon rolls or actual cinnamon toast. Like real cinnamon toast. Like
what?
You put the butter on the bread, toast it, and then take cinnamon and sugar, stir that up, and then drizzle that on the toast.
Are you a child?
Bro, we're talking about cereal right now. Are we kids? What the Hello?
But I'm saying cereals is
how you gonna call me a child?
That's a good
we
adult.
Talking about
cereal. But cereal's a good adult
Here's
snack.
The real question.
It's a good adult snack.
That's exactly what I was about to ask. I was about to say, is cereal a breakfast food or is it a snack? Because I believe
it's definitely a breakfast food, but it's a good snack.
I believe
it's a good adult
snack. I don't think that it's breakfast at all.
It's a good adult snack.
Nothing breakfast related about cereal. Because think about it. When you eat breakfast, bro, you think bacon, you think sausage, you think eggs, you think turkey bacon, turkey sausage, egg whites.
Now, cereal's a part of breakfast, bro. Cereal's a part of breakfast. You can have cereal.
Toast. Bagels.
Cereal's a part of breakfast. Hot cereal, cold cereal. It's a part of oatmeal's a cereal.
What's it called? Muffins, English muffins. You think
biscuits, croissants.
That's breakfast.
Jam, jelly,
cereal. Yes, bro.
Pancakes, waffles,
butter,
French toast.
That now we talking
grits.
waffles
on the grill.
on the grill. Now that's it. Now that we named all of those,
Yeah.
cereal is this one thing that we named that will not trump any of those for breakfast.
I can't agree with that. There's definitely some of them options.
Let me tell you why you can't agree.
I'm definitely
Let me
choosing
tell you
cereal.
why.
I'm choosing cereal over grits. I'm choosing cereal over grits.
That's because you a microwave ass motherfucker.
Ah, no, don't do that.
You a microwave
Don't do
motherfucker.
that. Don't do
you
that.
are, bro. Like
Don't do
you
that.
like
Don't
shit
do
quick,
that.
fast, and hurry.
Don't do that.
So like the fact that
I eat my pizza cold.
Yeah, but you also like when you want it now, bro. You that type of person. And don't say that you're not, but because you are. My boy is doing everything for me tonight, boy, for this fantasy.
I mean, but don't get me wrong, bro. Like you telling me, and we can get off this soon. But you telling me you not taking a nice bowl of, I guess for you would be Fruit Loops or Fruity Pebbles, a nice bowl of Fruity Pebbles over some grits? I think. Hold on, what? You said you never had grits.
Yes, I've never had grits. I love oatmeal though.
No. Okay. You know what?
Anyways,
NFL.
it's light of football season.
NFL.
Oh damn.
NFL, man. Jordan Love just got knocked out. NFL though, bro.
Well, he was already having them cramps.
We saw last night my nigga Lamar.
It's not funny, but
it ain't funny, man. He could be down for a long time, bro. But looks like he got cramps. He probably got a bad cramp. Oh, Malik Willis warming up for the last play of the game. But we saw last night my nigga Lamar. He lost to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs again. It was a hell of a game. It was a good game. It was a great game. I mean, it was a game of what do they call inches?
Oh, his ankle.
Yeah, it was like
his ankle. Sprain or broke.
It's probably sprain. But it was definitely a game of inches last night. Like I said, I know you said you fell asleep, but did you see the last play of the game?
I woke up and I watched the highlights. How bruh's foot.
Yeah, the toe. It was a KD toe on the line.
Damn size 16s.
I mean, it was a lot, man. Like I said, bro. Like I'm not too worried about the Ravens. I think the Ravens are gonna be in the playoffs. They're probably gonna win the division. But I think I view a lot of shit different. I'm glad they lost, right? Because I think beating the Chiefs to start the season would have been the worst thing that could have happened for the Baltimore Ravens. Because you lost to them in the AFC Championship game last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's already being said that, Lamar and the Ravens, they can't beat Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. It's already being said. Cool. The worst thing you want to do is beat them in a meaningless week 1 game. Like, not saying that the regular season is meaningless, but week 1, as far as leverage and meaningful, isn't as meaningful as a game week 12, week 14, week 17, first round of playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, in all actuality, they'll definitely play again.
If everything goes according to plan, they will meet again. So it's it's different from when you play a team in week 15 and then you play them in the playoffs. Because that's like, bro, by the time you play a team in week 15, they are who they are. You play a team in week 1, that whole dynamic of that team and what they like and what they want to do will look completely different by the time the playoffs come around.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way that the Ravens played last night, it won't look like that. The way that the Chiefs played last night, it won't look like that. It might be a variation that it could be better, it could be worse or whatever, but it won't be week 1 variation by the time you get to week 17. So for me, I'm like, man, I'm okay with them losing. The way that they lost, I'm looking at it like, bruh, the Ravens did not play a perfect game or near perfect game at all. And they came within a toe of sending that bitch into overtime. You mean to tell me that they lost on the road to the defending champs in one of, if not the toughest place to play in the NFL, and they played sloppy. They played terrible. Like terrible. False starts, illegal formations, goddamn penalties. Bro, they had to burn 2 timeouts in the second half early because they was about to get delay of games.
Yeah.
That's terrible. And they needed them timeouts
Late
late in the game. So it's like from the coaching to the players to everything, it was they didn't
They did that in the first half and the second.
in the second half, bro. They called 2 timeouts at the beginning of the third quarter, bro. It's terrible. I ain't gonna hold you. If I'm the coach, I might call that first one. When he gets that second, we taking that delay game.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. We got to learn the hard way. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like as a unit, they didn't execute as a unit, bro. And so, like, for me, like, I get everybody saying like this is a bad look for Lamar. This is that. I get it, but bro, we talking about a dude that compiled over 400 yards of total offense by himself. I understand that you can say that he missed 2 throws. I do say that first Isaiah Likely pass in the corner where I thought Likely got hurt, he should have threw a better ball. Cool, he didn't. The second one, I'm not putting that all the way on Lamar. Like I'm gonna do a little football 101. Some of the good, the difference between a good receiver and a great receiver. I'm not saying Zay Flowers isn't going to be great, and I'm not saying that Zay Flowers is a trash receiver. I'm not saying at all. I think Zay Flowers is going to be amazing. But the difference between good and great is that when a great receiver is open, do you know what they do, bro?
What's that, bro?
They stay open. So when you running across the back of the end zone and you in the soft spot of the zone, you stop. You stop. There's no need for you to keep running. You just stop. You stay open. And like, again, I'm not blaming it solely on Lamar. I'm not blaming it solely on Zay. That is a communication thing. That is a thing to where a situational thing that's like, hey, bruh, when we in that situation and you open and it's a zone situation like that, the defense playing a zone and you get in that soft spot, I'm expecting you to stop. Me. So I know maybe you played with some guys, they want you to keep running, cool, whatever, boom, boom. But me, I'm anticipating you when you get to that soft spot and you're open, don't put your hand up and keep running. You're already in the end zone.
Yeah.
Just stop. You're open. Like, you're open. Just stop moving. And I think that's a disconnect. But you know what that means? That gives them something to work on.
Yeah.
So now we go to the drawing board. We need to work on that. So now when we in practice and we doing situational shit, that's something that we need to work on. That's something that we need to practice. And I think this is where you see the difference between teams that take the preseason serious and teams that don't give a fuck about the preseason. And the reason why the preseason is still somewhat important.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not saying that situation is something you can emulate in the preseason, but not being sloppy, the delay of games, the illegal formations, the holding, the just doing all that type of shit, you can get a rapport and some form of understanding for what your team is and what they can be based off of what y'all do in the preseason. You can practice certain shit. Try to emulate some shit. It's still the preseason.
Yeah.
But let's treat it like it's a live game.
Yeah.
And yeah, this game don't mean nothing, but it's a lot of people on this field. They fighting for their job.
Mm-hmm.
There's niggas out here that if they don't perform well in this preseason game, they getting cut. And we gonna see it on Hard Knocks tomorrow. But that's real shit. So it's not like niggas are going through the motion in preseason. No, niggas are trying to get a job, bro.
Yeah.
So we can practice these real game situations. And I'm not saying necessarily for the players, but for the coaches. For the coaches to coach and say, hey, this is a live game. This is a real situation. In this situation, you are John Williams. But in this situation, you are doing the role that Zay Flowers does. I need you to do what we expect Zay Flowers to do. Hey, you are Brad Johnson. You are playing the role of Lamar Jackson in this game. I need you to do what we expect Lamar Jackson to do in this game so that after the game, we can say, hey, Lamar and Zay, this is what we expect y'all to do in this situation. This is a live game. Niggas are really competing. They called a real defense.
Yeah.
We called a real play.
Yeah.
This is what we want it to look like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not putting all the pressure on Lamar saying it's his fault. He can't beat Patrick. Hey, bro, this is the same shit that Peyton Manning was going through with Tom Brady and playing Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. It's just in the form of Lamar Jackson playing Peyton Mahomes. I mean playing Patrick Mahomes and goddamn Andy Reid. We're talking about three goats, respectfully.
Yeah.
Peyton couldn't beat Tom and Belichick. He struggled. They was always in the way. Peyton Manning is a 5-time MVP. He could not beat Tom. He had to beat Tom to go get his first Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah.
He had to beat a Belichick defense to get his first Super Bowl, bro.
And he did.
He eventually did, but that was the not. It was like, bro, all that regular season shit Peyton Manning do, y'all winning 13 games, 14 games in the season, you getting MVP, nigga. That don't mean shit because you can't beat number 12. And Lamar's in the same situation. It's like, bro, you can win every MVP for the next 5 years, bro. You gotta go beat 15, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta go to Arrowhead to beat 15. Peyton, nigga, you gotta go to Gillette Stadium to beat 12, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta beat that dude, bro. All that shit is cool. That shit's amazing. You are a legend, Hall of Famer, first ballot. Ain't no question. Yellow jacket is already there. You gotta beat that dude, bro.
Yeah.
And so I think Lamar knows that. I think he's aware of that, and I think he understands. That's why last night he was doing everything he could do. He kept them in the game. It's just that when it came down to it, a couple plays. That's all it takes, bro. Bro, when you gotta beat somebody at the caliber of Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, bro, one play is the difference.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One play is the difference, bro. You could do everything right for those first 100 plays. You fuck up on play 101. That's the only play that matters.
Yeah.
And that sucks that that's how sports is because you could fuck up on 100 plays before play 101. But if you make the right play on play 101, guess what? Nothing else matters. That like and that's like
at all.
and that's like the difference between, like, I'm gonna give you an example. Eli Manning. Eli was not the greatest quarterback. Nobody ever had Eli as a top 5 quarterback when he
His
played.
brother couldn't do.
But when Eli got to the playoffs, he was that nigga. When he played Tom in the Super Bowl, he was that nigga. Nobody gave a fuck about Eli going 8-8. He's throwing 28, 27 interceptions in the season. I don't care. He just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if the goal is to win a Super Bowl at the end of the year, nothing else matters. And Eli got 2 of them things. So it's like, it's I understand.
And him and they both tied.
They both got 2. I understand when people harping on Lamar and like, oh, it was his fault, it's his fault. He got the money, he's the quarterback, he's the leader. Of course, it is his fault. But not being a dickhead and actually paying attention to the game and understanding what's going on, it's not just him. The offensive line, well, because he doesn't have that a great outside of him, those 2 playoff runs, doesn't have a really great of a career. And I'm not saying he probably will get in the Hall of Fame. I think he will ultimately be in the Hall of Fame. But he's not a lock for sure first ballot Peyton. You know what I'm saying? He's never that. You know what I'm saying? But I just think for Lamar, bro, I honestly feel like I'm on the other side of, I think this was the best thing that could happen because the same way, matter of fact, remember college when we played Clemson and we was getting our asses kicked. And remember right before halftime, Lamar got into it with the linebacker, the white boy. Do you remember how Lamar was looked going into halftime?
Mm-hmm.
He was smiling, bro. He had his head up high and he was smiling. He was like, bet. Last night after the game, he had his head up high and he was telling the fans, I'm gonna see y'all again. I'm all y'all niggas in here talking all this shit. Like, and we don't know like fuck y'all type. It was like, nah, like y'all won, but I'm gonna see y'all again. And next time I see y'all, I'm not losing, bro. And I think this is the best thing that could have happened to him because I think it's gonna make them as a team lock in. I think it's gonna make him lock in. And I think beating Patrick Mahomes in a regular season would have been fool's gold for them. I think it would have gave them like a false, like, oh, we got him. Like, nah, y'all don't got him because when it matters, y'all can't beat him. So go ahead and lose to him now to like double down on we got to beat these niggas. Like at some point we have to win, but you got to go out and get it. You got to go out and perform. And I think I think the next time that the Ravens see him, hopefully it'll be in the playoffs. So I think the next time that Lamar runs in the pat, I got Lamar winning. I always got Lamar winning.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always got Lamar winning.
I'll take
But
that.
I definitely think he's gonna beat Pat just because, not saying that he's incapable of a talent standpoint, but I think the losses like that are what help grow you into a better leader. Like, because you look across the field and you like, bruh, I see how he rallies and I see how the niggas rally behind him. Like, from guy 1 to guy 58, like, or 53, how many people on the roster, whatever. I see how they rally behind number 15. I see how they get behind, bro. I see how the stat, I see it. And it's like, not only do I want that and I can get that, but I gotta go beat that nigga, bro. Like, I don't think Lamar would be satisfied beating the Joe Burrow in the AFC Championship game. I don't think he'll be satisfied beating the Josh Allen in the AFC Championship game. I think now he's like, bro, I want to beat the nigga, bro.
Yeah,
I want to beat the dude who is the dude, bro. Like, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like Peyton, bro. Peyton wouldn't want to have it no other way. Like, Peyton's like, I want to beat Tom, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, win a Super Bowl is a Super Bowl, but I want to beat Tom to get my Super Bowl. It's gonna mean more to me if I beat Tom to go get my Super Bowl.
I think it'll happen, bro. And I think it was evident that Lamar really wanted that win last night
He
because
wanted it bad, bro.
the way he actually was running the ball.
Bro, he
He
balled last
wasn't
night.
he wasn't sitting there trying to go through all 4 or 5 progress. Like, he wasn't trying to work his way through. Like, okay, my first option is there, my second, I'm third. And normally Lamar tries to find like his fourth and fifth option before he decides, oh, I'm gonna run. Lamar was looking at his first and second option. If it wasn't there, he was sliding.
I'm gone.
He was gone. And he looked good doing it. And it was just like, bro, like, so many fans want to see him run, but like, I get it. Cause he even did the same thing when he was at Louisville, where he was just like, "Yeah, me running the ball is cool and all, but like I want to show that I can pass, and not only can I can pass accurately." But it's like, bro, yeah, but sometimes, bro, you got to use your God given talent, brother, with your
For
speed
sure.
and athleticism, my dog.
And he did it last night. He
Like,
did it last night.
yeah, and I think that's really what kept them in that game
Oh, yeah.
because
Him
he was,
being him is what kept, if not for him, they
yeah,
get blew out. If not for Lamar, they get blew out.
yeah, because he's keeping drives alive. So it's just like, bro, like think about how last year, bro, how many 3 and outs they had that were unnecessary. If like they could be like so many games, bro, you'll sit and watch them be. It'll be third and 4,
Yeah.
3rd and 2, and he can literally take the 2 yards, but yet my boy's trying to just get the pass,
He's trying to
and it's
prove he
like
can throw the ball.
it's like, bro,
Trying to prove he
just
can throw the ball.
Lamar, like you was literally 4 yards away from a first down, bro. Run the ball, like just even if you got to slide, my boy, just get the first down, please. And it's like, bro, we watched him do so many 3 and outs because he's on that, and it would be like, bro, and 2 downs of him being on that would be third, 2nd and 4, third and
Mm-hmm.
4, 2nd and 3, 3rd and 3, 2nd and inches, 3rd and inches. Like, bro, this
Well,
is like, dog, like, please, Lamar, run. Just run, please, bro. And it's like, I just don't, sometimes I just don't get his thought process on it. And the only thing I've come up with it is a simple fact, like you said, bro, he wants to prove that he can throw the ball. And that's been his mantra ever since he got to the NFL, like not
yep.
bad for a running back.
Yeah.
And he's literally lived by that mantra, but that mantra has also hurt him.
Yes.
It's hurt him dearly. And I
Yes.
think now he's realizing, like, bro, I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the Louisville days.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta if I have to slide for 60 yards, bro, I'll do it.
Yeah, I do. I can. But
I
I think,
can.
I think so. Like last year, because he got his money last year. He had intentionally bulked up. So last year he was about like
Yeah, I think
225.
they said he lost a lot of
He was
weight.
about 225 last year. He bulked up, and you could see it. Like, he was still moving well. It's still Lamar, but you could see, like, okay,
I don't think he
boom.
bulked up. I think he just got fat.
No, no, no. He put on muscle. He was. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't
Well, I
build
say
like
fat
Cam.
for him. I say fat for him is that's what I mean by like fat. It's just like, bro, like he even looked round in the face,
Yeah,
which was unusual because like I'm used to Lamar having like that stick figure face, like straight down, curved,
Skeletor.
Bruh.
Skeleton ass nigga.
Yeah, like
But
rounded
no,
up
for sure,
top,
for sure,
like
for sure,
bruh,
for sure,
like
for
straight
sure.
down and curved towards the chin area, bruh. And
Yeah.
it's like he just looked chiseled in the face, so to speak. But now it's kind of like that last year, his face looked chunky, his arms look big, his
Mhm.
chest and body and stomach look big, his legs look big. And even when he would run, he looked like damn, my boy losing a step.
Yeah, but this
But whole time it's like, bro, he ain't even lost. He didn't really lose a step. He's just put on more weight than he's used to shifting and moving around with.
now
And
he's
now
back
he's
down
a
like
slim back
210.
down
Yep.
to his his first MVP year, which would
Mhm.
have been his sophomore year in the league. He
Yeah.
done slim back down to that weight, and he's actually moving and running the ball. And not only is he moving around the ball, but he was running the ball with purpose last night.
Hey,
Like he was
and
lowering his shoulder.
low in his show. Hey, I was a
He
couple
was putting
times
his
I
head
said,
down.
we trying to run
Like,
niggas
bro,
over.
when he took off for that one run, bro, and ran over both of them dudes, and they both hit the ground, and he was standing and then looked at him. I was like, oh yeah, my boy's here to play.
Yeah, it's game
And
time.
this is the
It's
Lamar
game time.
Jackson that we've been
Accustomed
as
to.
Lamar fans have been accustomed to and have been craving and dying for him to get back to, so to speak.
Yep,
So it's just good to see him. I think eventually he will get over that hump. Like you said, when get later in the season, these two teams will see each other again
for sure.
come playoff time, and it's gonna be up. I can't wait for that game, whether it be a AFC championship or it be, you feel me, the semifinals of the AFC
Yeah, divisional
or
type shit. Yeah.
quarterfinals or whatever. Like I don't care what it is, but I just know the game gonna be electric, and I think it's definitely gonna be up for either one of those teams. And I will say this: Patty didn't even look like Patty last night.
Nah, but in the moments, that's the difference.
In the moments that
in the
counted,
moments, he did.
he did.
That's
But I'm
the
saying normally
difference.
for the last 3 seasons,
Yeah.
we've seen Patrick Mahomes not make mistakes that he made last night.
Mhm.
Whether it's first game, middle of the season, end of the season, don't matter. But last night, to see him like just all over the place, so to speak, in certain ways, in certain drives and possessions, it was kind of weird because it was just like, bro, for so long, he's been this invincible waymaker for the Kansas City Chiefs. And last night he looked he looked a little like outside of himself. But I mean, I get it. It's hard to be great year after year. It's hard.
Yeah.
And we've only seen one quarterback to be great year after year, regardless of who he's got to throw the ball to, who he's got to hand the ball off to in the run game, what the defense looks like, and that's 12.
Which 12?
Tom Brady, bro.
Okay, I ain't know you talking about my dog Aaron. I ain't know you talking about my nigga.
No.
I ain't
Hell
talking about
no.
nigga
Hell
Aaron.
no.
Don't do that.
Hell no.
Don't do that.
Hell no.
Don't do that. Aaron ain't never throw to a nigga like Randy. Aaron was throwing to was homegrown type shit. Like get out the mud.
Yeah, Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams like a
that's
fourth
damn
round.
near good.
He was like a fourth round pick that was developed, but if Devontae goes anywhere else, I don't think he gets to develop because he's not playing with Aaron Rodgers. Like he was a third, fourth round pick for a reason. You know what I mean? Not saying he was weak, but you see the type of dogs that get drafted in the first round. Not saying that Devontae ain't that, but I don't think he would have developed into that if he wasn't playing with the Aaron Rodgers. Well, I think he got the relationship with Aaron and Aaron was fucking with him. If he goes somewhere else, ain't no telling how his career turns out.
Bro, don't fuck up my point, bro.
No, I feel you. I just had a ride for my dog Aaron Rodgers, man. Shout out to the Jets, man. Gang green.
Man, that's all it was. That's the only reason why you did. And he ain't even 12 no more.
I think he's with number 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went back to Fresno.
12. Nigga.
Was it Fresno or Cal?
Cal. It was Cal. Yeah. It was Cal. But now we're gonna get out of here soon, man. Just a quick hit. Who you got winning?
I was about to say, let's do some quick predictions.
Who you got winning? Who you got winning each division? And matter of fact, I kind of want to touch on college.
That's what I was more so thinking, as far as predictions. Yeah. Tomorrow's Saturday, so
tomorrow's Saturday.
We've touched on. We can hit the NFL super fast and then go straight into college as far as predictions. We'll do hot takes. Hot takes. We'll call this segment hot takes.
Hot shit.
type shit. Who I got winning each division?
Yeah.
I think Baltimore goes to the Super Bowl this year
Okay.
against. It's gonna sound crazy, but I think Baltimore goes to the Super Bowl against San Francisco. I think we get that. I think we get that rematch from a few years ago. Well, more than a few years ago,
Yeah.
almost a decade ago.
Okay. So you got to play
I
who?
think we get that Ravens San Francisco rematch in the Super Bowl.
Okay, well, who you got winning the divisions?
All divisions?
Yeah.
I don't really care about none of that shit.
I mean, it
That
kind of
shit
matters.
don't.
I mean, okay, you going straight Super Bowl.
Yeah,
All
that shit don't matter.
right, all
You can
right,
win your division and
all
not go
right.
to the Super Bowl.
I got an A side and B side. All right, so I got to ride for my. I mean, your team ain't playing for shit, so I know you don't have an A side
Yeah,
and B side. The fucking Patriots is terrible. But excuse me, A side, I got my Jets, and it's gonna sound crazy. I got my Jets, and I'm torn between three teams, bro. Because I do think San Francisco is the best team in the NFC. But I think Philly has the highest ceiling in the NFC. But I think that the Lions have the best coaching and culture in the NFC and are the most balanced. So I'm going to go Jets and I'm going to go Eagles. And in the B side, I got Baltimore and Eagles. So I want my team, of course. I think the Jets, I think we can. But I don't think we win our division. I think we're
you got
gonna
the Jets going to the Super Bowl.
I do. We have a Super Bowl caliber defense. And we finally have a quarterback who isn't a toddler named Zach Wilson. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, Cat Williams on TV. I mean, not Cat Williams. I don't say Cat Williams. It's a Kevin Hart on TV coaching. Hey man, hey, you might cut this shit off, man.
And now it was Taraji P. Henson too, man. I was like, I said, what in the baby boy is happening here?
Kevin Hart coaching. But yeah, bro.
Not just any coochie.
Yeah, Taraji P. Henson coaching. But yeah, that's my Super Bowl prediction. For college, bro. I mean, I really don't want to stay on the 2-2 too long, bro. But there has been talks of, and we talked about it before. This nigga Travis playing both sides of the ball. Do you think Travis is gonna start offense and defense in the NFL?
No.
Okay. Do you think if he has the ability to do it, do you think he should?
No.
Okay. There are people out here who think he can and that he will, and I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy.
I think he'll get out there and Travis is doing something now that he wasn't doing last year. Maybe he's doing it now because he realized how much he don't want to get hurt again. He don't. And not saying that he got hurt from playing both sides of the ball, but he realized how many games he missed. So he was out 3 weeks, I think. It was 3 weeks he was out with a lacerated liver from a cheap shot against Colorado State, which they play again tomorrow night at 7:30. I think coverage starts at 7 o'clock or whatever, depending on who's playing before them on said channel. But I think Travis, he's head tapping more now. Man, like, bro, give me one. Give me
I mean, I think he only missed what, 5 or 6 plays this past
season? He did, but last year in game 1, he didn't miss one play.
Yeah.
On both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
He didn't miss one.
Yeah.
But I think he's looking at it in the aspect now, and I know it's just game 1, and it's kind of like maybe I could be reading too far into it, but I think he wants to preserve himself as much as he can. Now, I keep in tune with Well Off Media and like what they doing, and them shout out to them and all that they're doing. Travis don't even be practicing like that either. But
Yeah.
I think it's more so a sense of like Deion Sanders knowing like
Preserving his
I
body.
have to preserve your bodies, fam. So like leading up to the game against North Dakota State, I don't think Travis practiced that entire week, the entire week of.
Yeah.
I think he warmed up, went through the walkthroughs and was
Yeah,
on
for
both
sure.
sides and stuff, but I don't think he put on pads and practice with the rest of the team for the simple fact that, like, bro, we gonna need you. Now, to me, Travis has the body, and we talked about this. He has the body of a DB, but has all the skill and talent to be an amazing and exceptional wide receiver.
Do you think he's because I'm different. I'm flipped.
I think
So
he could.
so
I think he could be a Devontae Smith, so to speak, just like the way he can run routes and he can break down and get into routes. Because, and the only reason why I say that I feel like he's got the makings of an exceptional wide receiver is because he plays corner as well, so he can look at a corner stance and they can know exactly what he needs to do to take advantage of that corner.
for sure. So this is where I'm different on him. So I do think he can be. I think his instincts and I think that his raw talent, his ceiling to be a great wide receiver in the league is uncapped. Like it's untapped. Like we haven't seen the best version of him at receiver. But I think physically, based off how he's built, I think he is built like a lockdown corner. Like if you just look
That's
at
what I
it,
just said.
you know what I'm saying? If you look at his arm length, you look at his build, you look at his ability, you look at his able to read and react. I think naturally he is a better cornerback, but he's such good of a talent, he can cosplay as a receiver. If he's gonna play receiver in NFL, I think he has a lot to work on to be better and to really be the best version of himself. I think day one in the league and being a corner, I think he can be an instant impact, and I don't want to necessarily say shutdown, but an instant impact day one starting cornerback in NFL who you can throw out there on any receiver versus him trying to be receiver and trying to be a franchise a wide receiver like a Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase or whatever. Like I think he has a lot to work on to be there. I don't think he's the best receiver on the team. I think Jimmy Horn is the better natural receiver on the team. Travis is just a freak of nature.
Mm-hmm.
So to the eye, you like, damn, that nigga's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And he is. But watching football, you look and you say what you look for in a receiver. I think Jimmy Horn has everything that you look for in a receiver. He has the route tree, he has the balance, he has the hand, he has the quickness, he has he has the quick bursts in and out of routes. Like he has the feet, like he has all the things that make him a great and amazing receiver. The only difference is that he's not Travis Hunter. So people look at Travis Hunter, they're like, "Oh, Travis Hunter's the best receiver on the team." Nah, I don't even think Travis Hunter would tell you he's a better receiver than Jimmy Horn. Respectfully. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful at all, because I think Jimmy Horn is a first round wide receiver talent. I think Jimmy Horn, if I was to compare him to a receiver in the league right now, it would be somewhere between DJ Moore and goddamn Jamar Chase. If I was to compare Jimmy Horn to any receiver in the league, like that's what I see. I see a DJ Moore, Jamar Chase type of nigga. Like he's strong. He's small, but he's strong. You know what I'm saying? He got good balance. He got hands. He
I
got
think
feet.
that's
He
the
got the
only
route tree,
thing.
and
Like
he's fast as fuck.
he's so fast he can't keep up with himself.
He's gonna have to learn how to slow down, but I put like this. He's
Because there
running
was a
so he's running so fast that he runs into the defense. If he
or he
learns how to
loses
slow
his
down,
footing.
yeah. If he learns how to
Because
slow down,
there was a lot of plays against North Dakota State where, and not to cut you off, but there was a lot of plays against North Dakota State where he's catching the ball in stride and he's going to make his move
he's going so
upfield,
fast.
and he's going so fast that he ends up slipping and falling because like
That's a
they playing on grass.
yeah.
It's not turf or
It's not
anything.
turf.
It's
Yeah,
actual
it's
grass.
actual grass.
So he's slipping and he loses his foot, and then it's just like, dang, bro.
But you know
Like
what that is? That's I don't. I'm not gonna say that that's coaching, but that's just he hasn't. It's college, bro. So it's like in college, everything is about speed and spacing. Two S's. If you got speed and you got spacing, you'll be successful in college. Because 9 times out of 10, if you got speed, the hashes are so wide, a motherfucker's gonna be open. You don't have to in college. You literally in college, it's rare your quarterback has to throw you open. Like if you are a good to great receiver in college, if you open, you open. A nigga won't have to throw you open. NFL is different. That's one of the things that they were talking about with Tua, what Tua was struggling with like early in his career. And I remember Ryan Fitzpatrick was talking to Tua about it, and Tua was like, "Yeah, but he's not open." And Ryan Fitzpatrick was like, "Yeah, nobody's ever going to be open in the NFL. You have to throw him open, throw the ball. Like this, you're not Alabama no more, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're literally playing against everybody here in the league went to Alabama. Like just not saying that they literally did, but nobody's gonna be open like what you're used to. You have to throw these people open.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, they're not open. They got to make a play. You got to throw the ball, bro. Like so if you standing back here waiting on a nigga to get open, you're never gonna be successful. In college, oh he's open. Look at all this space. Look at all this field. He's open. So it's I think for him, once he gets to the league, I think whoever is gonna hopefully gets in a better situation or a good situation, they can actually coach him as far as just, hey, bro, slow down. Like you don't have to go 100 miles per hour every single play. Like if you slow down, you'll be so dangerous.
Yeah.
Because now you changing and you shifting gears. You going from gear 2 to gear 4 back. Like, bro, nobody can keep up. They can't keep up with you anyway. But if you running so fast, you're gonna run into the defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think
Yep.
I think him going forward, he'll learn to slow down. But I just think naturally, I think he is the better receiver.
I don't think that's his first game excitement. Like
It's a lot of stuff.
You have so much time to prepare for a team your first game of the season.
You got the whole summer.
You got the entire summer to prepare for game 1.
Yep. We in camp going over these niggas twice a day.
So yeah, it's the excitement of it. And it's also the excitement that like because Deion's got to stay now, we're like excuse me, he don't want the receivers touched in practice.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that receivers can now play live.
So we get to go play, y'all.
And then also the same thing for like the DBs. Like Colorado's defense sucked. I don't know why they was in man the entire game. It is what it is.
Because they thought North Dakota State couldn't run. Well, they
and
better not play man tomorrow. They better not play man tomorrow.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will at all. But shit.
And they better bring pressure.
I guess, bro, just real quick, because I think we've been at this for almost 2 hours. But just real quick, so Colorado, Nebraska tomorrow, who you got? I'm taking Colorado. Last sucker touchdown.
It's in Nebraska, dog. Oh my God, bro. I love Deion. I love Prime. I want these niggas to be successful, bro. My heart is saying go Colorado. But my mind is telling me no.
But my conscience,
my God, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I was a betting man, and I am, but if I was a betting man, I'm taking Nebraska, bro. I just feel like the difference in Nebraska from last year versus this year is last year they didn't have a quarterback who was comparable. This year they have a quarterback who can go, I believe, who can go toe to toe with Shedeur Sanders. And if you have anybody who can go toe to toe or outduel him, Colorado is rarely, they don't win. They only won 4 games last year. If you look at all the games that they lost,
so when that kid supposed to go to Georgia?
I don't know where he was supposed to go. He might have, but he probably
was supposed to go.
He probably didn't go because Beck ain't going nowhere.
Well, no, he didn't go because the bloodline runs deep through Nebraska. His father played there. His uncle played there. His uncle is actually like either like offensive.
I think he's from Georgia though. I want to say I think he's from Georgia.
He grew up in Georgia, but all of his family went to
Nebraska.
Uncle, father, I think his uncle is coaching there now as either a coordinator or he's a position coach. And he flipped last minute and decided to go to Nebraska. But I think he flipped for real for the simple fact that that kid ain't trying to wait.
Yeah.
Like, go sit behind Carson Beck for what?
Yeah, I can go to Nebraska and
Hey,
start.
the way the NCAA is now, brother, I can go to Nebraska here and start now, and then go to Georgia next year. Things like that.
If I want to.
If I ball out, like
Yeah,
like he's probably going to do,
I
because he
think
looked
he is.
good in game in week one against Akron. He came out pretty slow.
He's a freshman.
He was
Yeah, he's fresh.
excited. I
Yeah.
think it was just between excitement and jitters, being a true freshman, starting a quarterback. It's like we really haven't seen a true freshman start a quarterback in so long.
Yeah. I'm expecting fireworks, bro.
And
I'm
I think it'll be a good game. Uh Louisville and Jackson State. I see that game happening the same way.
65 to nothing.
Yeah,
No, I ain't gonna say 65
I see
nothing, but
another goose egg.
I ain't gonna say another goose egg, but I definitely see us winning. We gonna cover the spread. I think spread 28. We'll cover that.
Yeah.
I think we'll cover that. I think we'll cover
UK
that.
plays South Carolina tomorrow.
I think that's a tough one. I
That's
know South Carolina looked bad against Old Dominion.
I was talking to a coworker today at work about that, and he was just like, "Bro, if we beat South Carolina, you know, College Game Day comes to Lexington next week." And I was like,
Who they
I
play?
said, College Game Day comes to Lexington next week, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "UK versus Georgia, they come."
They not coming here.
I said, "Bro,
They not coming here,
I said,
bro.
are you kidding me?"
South Carolina is South Carolina even ranked?
I said, "Do you know who plays in 2 weeks?" I was like, "Bro," I said, "In 2 weeks, bro, you got Louisville and Georgia State. If Louisville,
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech,
Yeah.
you got Louisville and Georgia Tech. If both of those teams win tomorrow, you
That's
got
gonna be a
College
better
Game Day to
game.
go there."
Yep.
Then also, I think Notre Dame has a good game next week against somebody. I was like, bro, College Game Day is not coming to UK for UK versus Georgia.
No, they not. No, the UK would have to be top 10 for that.
I was like, bro, that's not gonna
UK
happen.
UK would have to be top 10 for that, bro, for that to happen.
And I was like, even though week 3 looks real shitty across the nation as far as football, I was like, but bro, like I don't see them coming to
So
Lexington.
let's see, week 3. Let's just go top 25. Let's go week 3. Week 3 top 25 games. You got Arizona and Kansas State, Alabama
You
versus
got Oregon and Oregon State. I know
you got Alabama versus Wisconsin. You got LSU and South Carolina. You got Notre Dame. Nobody cares about that. You got Oregon and Oregon State, but that's gonna be on Fox, so that's not gonna happen. Yeah, you got
Game Day pulled up.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The Georgia and Kentucky game.
It could happen.
Well. I'm saying odds
It
are.
could happen.
Well. I think they might just be saying that because it is the 7:30 game on ABC. So odds are, regardless if Kentucky wins or not, it's probably where they go for College Game Day. Just because
I don't think I've ever seen or heard Kurt Herbstreit call a UK game.
Because just looking at the top 25 games,
I don't think
for
I've
week
ever
3,
heard in my entire 32 years of life heard Kurt Herbstreit and Reese Davis call
a UK
game. Not even when Andre Woodson was there.
Well, no, not that. No. But I believe they did when the year with
Game Day.
Josh Allen. The year that Josh Allen and what's the running back? Benny Snell. The year when UK
Josh Allen?
The DN. Yes, the DN when they had Josh Allen and
Benny Snell?
Yeah.
So quarterback at that time would have been
the black nigga, wasn't it? The one that transferred to New Mexico. I can't think of his name.
I'm not sure.
I can't think. Fuck UK.
College Game Day did come to UK once.
Fuck UK, nigga.
I feel like they did come here.
But odds are, so it's a chance.
I know they be pulling up for basketball.
So this is what's going to happen. They're either going to go to LSU and South Carolina because that game was at 12 on ABC, or they're going to come here and for the Kentucky and Georgia game. That's a 7:30 game. Usually, it's one of those two spots, either the 12 or the 7. It's either or. It's either or. And out of the top 25 games, those would be the two biggest games out of the top 25 as
or
of right
even
now.
if they came to Kentucky and did College Game Day, I could see Reese Davis and Kurt Herbstreit flying to LSU and
Nah,
South Carolina.
what
You know
that
what I'm
game's
saying?
at 12, so they wouldn't be able to do
It's the
that.
12 o'clock game.
That's a 12 o'clock game. The
So I
UK
could see College Game Day being
Georgia,
there, and
and
maybe they would fly here to call the game.
well, Herb Street always calls to 7 o'clock. Oh, ABC. He's calling that.
Yeah,
He's calling
that's why I said I could see him
them College Game
because
Day
there's
to
been
South
plenty of
Carolina.
times.
Well, they'll
Like
do that.
normally, it used to be if College Game Day was there,
That's the game.
Herb Street was calling that game.
That's the game. Yes.
But in the last 3 years, for whatever maybe
They'll
3 to
be
4
somewhere
years,
and go somewhere.
they'll be somewhere and then he'll fly somewhere else for the
Yeah.
7 o'clock game.
So last week it was
7:30 game.
last week they were in that was the Notre Dame.
They were in Notre Dame.
Texas A&M. They was in
but
College
he
Station.
left and flew to South Carolina.
No, last week he called the Texas A&M Notre Dame game last week.
This year, this tomorrow they'll be in Ann Arbor.
So
but
tomorrow,
he's gonna fly and go. He's flying somewhere else, and they're gonna call that game.
so are they doing college? Well, yeah, because that game's on Fox. It's Texas and Michigan. Yeah, so they're going to be doing so tomorrow. Let's see
I looked at it, but I can't remember what
the late game tomorrow. Looks like it's going to be Tennessee, NC State.
Yeah.
So
he's flying to North Carolina. That's what.
So he'll call that.
Because the game's at North Carolina.
But College Game Day will be in Ann Arbor
for sure.
Yes, yes.
And Big Noon will be there too.
Big Noon will definitely be there. Big Noon will, or I mean, did they say it's in?
Yeah,
College Game Days
has been confirmed that they'll be in
Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor, okay.
And Big Noon confirmed that they'll be in Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor as well, yeah. Which is
so
always
that's
fun.
why I was like, bro, I don't know. College Game Days known to like pull up and wreck shit.
For sure. But I think that's good for now, bro. You got anything that's got to relax?
I gotta relax.
Oh,
I gotta relax, brother.
Speak on it.
Just overthinking, over pursuing, becoming like very anxious, career wise, in my personal life, in my love life, at work,
Mm-hmm.
In my spiritual life, my spiritual journey, just like becoming over anxious. And like I joked on you about having like a microwave mentality when I have to sometimes dial it back and remind myself that like, bro, everything that you want isn't going to be a microwave isn't going to get it done.
Yeah.
You have pot roast desires, bro.
Who, me or you?
Me.
Oh, okay.
Me.
Because I don't fuck with pot roast.
But I'm just saying in an analogy, like
I got it.
Take time before it's ready.
Okay.
You have oven, you have stuff that has to be put into a furnace in order for it to be ready for you. Those are the desires that you have for yourself.
Yeah.
And you can't think about it as a microwave type ordeal. And even if I wanted to think about it like that, and even if I was to get it in a microwave ordeal, I wouldn't be satisfied because it's not going to be how I want it to be.
Yeah.
It's not going to be genuine. It's not going to be edifying. It's not going to be tangible. Well, not tangible, but palatable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to be what I need it to be for myself, or even not so much what I need it to be, what I want it to be.
Yeah.
And I've been having to dial myself back because I have been known to get way ahead of myself before it's time to be there. I like to jump. I've been that way my entire life. Like I look at the steps and I'm just like, bro, there's a way that I could get past 3 or 4. I can go from 1 to 5. There has to be a way.
Yeah.
There has to be a way to skip 3 steps.
Okay.
And every time that I try to go that route, I hurt myself in the end because I've set my expectations so high. And it's like, bro, you hurting yourself. Like, yeah, it's so easy to point the blame and be like, man, you did this. You like, how dare you do this to me? How dare you treat me like that? How dare you like lead me into something or lead me on to something? And whether that be spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, in my love life, personal life, with family, with friends, whatever. But whole time it's like, nah, bro, like that person, these things or those persons or those things showed you what they were and who they were, and you still tried to skip steps instead of taking your time with it. And that's why I say I have to relax. I gotta relax. Man, Kevin Hart, this pants is crazy. God.
And Kevin Hart, nigga, you gotta relax, nigga.
But that's what's gotta relax for me, bro. I have to relax. I have to tell myself that like it's okay to wait. It's okay to work through the process.
Yeah.
For 32 years, bro, you've never really been patient enough to see the process through on anything because either one, I'm skipping steps trying to get straight to where I want things to be, or two, I just say fuck it and I walk away from it.
Okay. Okay. No, I feel you.
Like, bro, I
I feel you
remember
on
one
that.
year, bro. Like, I'm so cold at walking away from stuff, bro, that I remember. I remember in one year, I had been in maybe 3 to 4 relationships, and I probably worked 6, 7 jobs in one year.
Jesus, are you Jamaican?
Not even so much, bro. But it's just, but that's what I mean by like, bro. I skip steps, which are either in it always in return hurts me and sets me up for failure, and or like I said, bro, either I'm skipping steps or I'm walking away from it. So it's just like I do it to myself, so I can't be mad at nobody but myself. But
Yeah.
that's why I say, bro, like I gotta relax. So it's like I know for a fact in one year, bro, when tax time came around, bro, I was waiting on 6 to 7 pay stubs. I mean, not pay stubs, but W-2s
W-2s type
that I could
shit.
turn in for taxes, and that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, because that's like $45 a stub or a pay W-2. Yeah, it depends on where you go.
Type shit.
Yeah, it's
So
extra.
it's like, bro, that aspect, and then also, bro, just looking at it as like, bro, like I didn't really see it as a bad thing because like people would tell me all the time, they'd be like, bro, I like you give me so much hope, bro, because it's just like if I don't know there's somebody who can find a job, it's you. By any means, you can always find a job. And you are the definition of there is a job out there. Somebody is always
Somebody's hiring.
and that's how I looked at it, bro. Like
Yeah.
if I wasn't feeling it, bro, like it would be nothing for me to be like, bro, I've quit jobs in the same day.
Hey, you ever watch Everybody Hates Chris?
Yes.
So remember that episode where he was talking about how his mama was like, because his daddy had 2 jobs and his mama was quitting jobs. She'd be like, I don't need this place. My man got 2 jobs. And she would just quit. She would just quit.
Yeah, but I didn't have nobody to rely on, bro. I mean, I could look at it and be like, bro, I had my parents, but like,
Type
I
shit.
really
Yeah.
hated asking them for anything, bro,
Yeah.
and which led me to, you feel me, the quote unquote street pharmaceutical route
Yeah,
that I
man.
did take. So it was kind of just like, bro, forget that.
Neighborhood drug dealer.
That's crazy. Say what's got to relax and get us out of here. You are a sick man. All right, Woody. The YSL Woody just now.
Oh
He just
shit.
turned into YSL.
Oh shit. I'm dying.
He said, I said whatever I had to say to get him off my back.
Y'all keep asking me the same thing. Oh my god, that nigga's retarded. Damn, I can't say that word. All right, I'll bleep it. I'll bleep out a little bit. Damn, what's gotta relax? Man, I gotta. I don't know, man. I've been up and down with some shit that gotta relax. I'm gonna just say to keep it real short and clean, quick. Uh, what they call them people? Monday morning quarterbacks. Yeah, that's what they call them. Monday morning quarterbacks. I mean, I guess it'll be Friday morning in this aspect. But Monday morning quarterbacks, man, is after the fact of they speak on players needing to do what they should have did in the game. I got a lot of guys talking about Lamar. I'm pretty sure after tomorrow, if Colorado loses, we'll have a lot of people talking about Dion and Shador and all these other things. And it's just like, man, a lot of these people, they think the shit is like the end of the world. Bro, I seen people online saying, oh my God, Baltimore looks terrible. They're not going to win anything. And it's like, if you watched that game last night and you think that the Ravens are not going to be competitive or be in the playoffs as long as everybody's healthy, you lost your fucking mind. If you watched that game yesterday and you want to talk about their offense, but you don't want to highlight that the offensive line had 3 new players and they're young and they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They were holding, they were getting false starts, they were getting delayed games, they were getting illegal formations, and you think they're not going to clean that up, you've lost your mind. Roquan Smith was graded one of the worst grades ever. We're talking about a guy who is potentially, he's always in the conversation for a potential defensive player of the year. He's always in the conversation, one of the best linebackers, if not the best linebacker in the league. And he had the worst grade he ever had in his life last night. If you think that's going to continue, you've lost your mind. Saying that a guy who could put up 400 yards in a game on the ground and passing is not a franchise quarterback, you've lost your mind. It's just a lot of people like that they just talk. And some people I respect. I'm like, damn, bro, you played at a collegiate level. You made it to the league and you talking like this. And now I just think you just got CTE. And then you got some people that talk like that. I can look at their profile picture and I say, I know you didn't just play anything football wise after middle school. So it's like, people like that gotta relax. I gotta relax. I can't react. I gotta stop reacting. Sometimes I react, you know what I mean? And I'll be like, damn, bro, you shouldn't even really let them do what they do. Because in a couple weeks, their tone will change. In a couple weeks, they won't be saying that. It's just sometimes I get annoyed with stupidity. People gotta relax. You know what? I won't even bring it up because we went this long without bringing it up. So I won't even say it. But yeah, that's what's
Quiet
gotta
boy.
relax. Huh?
Quiet boy.
Yeah. I mean, oh, Quan, Rich Homie?
RP.
Yeah, RP to Rich Homie, man. Man, it was crazy. But I'm gonna tell you when we get
Kids,
done.
stay in school. Don't do drugs. Don't listen to everything that these rappers is telling you that they're doing because it's crazy.
A lot of them ain't even doing it.
Especially the ones that you really looking after, looking up to, or calling yourself looking up to.
But yeah, I think that's good, bro.
Well, in that case, man, if all hearts and minds are clear, we're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of the You Gotta Relax podcast. Tune in next week for us. Well, I don't want to promise to say next week, but tune in for the next episode. We hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. And as always, man, peace.
I almost brought up Drake.
You should leave that in there. Leave that part in. Leave that right in there, bro.
I almost brought up Drake.
When you say almost brought up Drake, leave that right in there, bro, and then cut to the outro.
Bro, fucking nah, bro, because niggas was talking about it.